Howdy everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have something special for you guys. I have a bookshelf tour. I recently got a bookshelf, so I have a bookshelf to give you a tour of. But before we can begin, make sure to like and subscribe because that's very important. I know this, you know this. Come on now. So another thing that I want to point out is that I'm relatively new to reading physical copies of books. So I had to go to my local half-price books. So yeah, we're gonna go to half-price books to get some books at a half price.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
All right, boys, we secured the bag right here. I was in there, my neck's hurting from looking up and down, but it was a success. I think I spent like 40 bucks, but obviously I would have spent more if I was ordering it somewhere else, so I'm not tripping for the amount of books I got. All right, we're gonna go back home. And just like that, we're back. I'm only doing this because I've been getting requests to do a bookshelf tour, even though, like I mentioned multiple times, I don't have a bookshelf. Now I do though, but every time someone would ask me, I would get all shy. You want to take a peek at my bookshelf? Ooh, you naughty, naughty. You know, I'm a people person and I love to please. And that's what we're gonna do today, guys. I'm gonna be showing you my bookshelf. It's not filled up. And a lot of these books were gifts from authors, so thank you to every single author who has gifted me their book. I do truly appreciate it. Also, the ones who have given me Kindle versions, you know, I love you guys too. My Kindle is there, but you can't really see all the books I have. So I have more books. They're just in my Kindle. They're ebooks, so. But full warning though, this is my first time, guys. So be gentle, okay? Ew! I'm not gonna keep that in there though. All right, let's get started. Okay, that one was just right. All right, boys and girls. The first book in my bookshelf is a really new one. It's Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. And this is a buddy read with the boys. Next book is from another book discussion. And this was a gift from Virginia McLean. She's the author of Sairō's Claw. Discussion on this on June 28th. It's such a great book. It is a standalone. So don't worry about having to read anything before this to get the story. And yes, I changed the angle. I got this from Emma Roberts, her book club. This was a pick. It was a couple years ago. 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo. This was, I think, like the first time, like the first book club I joined besides Reese's book club. This is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell, which my sister gave to me. She joined a book club in high school. This was a gift from the librarian and she didn't read it, so she just gave it to me and I was like, what am I gonna do with it? The next book is The Whisper Network by Chandler Baker. It was obviously a Reese's book club pick. I did enjoy this one too. It's set in Dallas and like Fort Worth is mentioned, so of course your boy fucking digged it. The next book is a queer novel by Adam Silvera. It is called They Both Die at the End, and literally they both die at the end. Like, he was not fucking around. They both die at the end. Both main characters. Wow. The next book is The Hate You Give by Andrew Thomas. I wanted to watch the movie, so of course I got the book, read it, liked it, loved the movie more. I know you guys know Jack Edwards. He's a UK booktuber. He was talking about this book and I decided to pick it up and I somewhat enjoyed it, but not that much. 75% of it was great. The last 25% was eh. And the book is called The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. She was right. Do you guys know who Noah Centineo is? He was talking about this in an interview. It's the Celestine Prophecy. It doesn't have a cover on it. It had a cover on it. I got this from Amazon. And it's by James Redfield. The next book was also a gift for my sister. It's Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. This was one of the first books that I picked up when I first started like actually reading, like legitimately trying to read. Next book, I did a review on it and I wish I could remake it because I know I could have done a better job now. I was just a little bit nervous when I first started. A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. It is very tragic. It's 800 pages long. This book has a lot of grief and a lot of pain, and it's very triggering for someone who like goes through something very similar. so I didn't want to like put myself through it because it would like make me all moody and bummed out. The next book is one of the 2 books that Brian Bowyer gave it to me. It's Apocalypse. I mentioned it in my book haul. It's also on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm gonna read it there too. Oh, the next book is Unplugged by J.B. Taylor. Look at that cover. It's so beautiful. I'm very excited because we are gonna have a book discussion for this one on June 21st. So make sure to RSVP for that. The author will be joining us, so it's very exciting. The next book is Banished by Lou Yarley. I recently purchased this book. Look at the cover. Just by the cover alone, I said, fuck it, this is for you. You guys know, obviously, that I have a book club called Howdy Partner. This was the first pick. The book is, obviously, The Engineer Chronicles of Acteon's story for my queer literature month that I'm going to be reading. It's super short, so of course I'm going to read it. It's Scribe for Hell by Erin. I'm sorry, Erin, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but I'm not going to fuck up by not showing your cover. It is beautiful. She's skinny. The next book is A Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. What is it? Erin Morgenstern. Wow, I can't even pronounce her name. Don't laugh at me. The next one was Call Me By Your Name. I didn't enjoy the movie, but I did enjoy the book. It's Beautiful Boy by David Sheff. I bought this at Target and I thought I was gonna read it, but this is when I first started reading, so I was not like ready to go into something like this. The next book took me 2 attempts. 2! Looking for Alaska by John Green. So the next book is I Am Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. Recently read it. It's really good. I know they're making a movie about that, so that's very exciting. All right, so the next book I purchased was The Chain by Adrian McKinney. And this is a thriller, so obviously I'm very much a horror fan. So I wanted to dive into some thrillers. Very disappointed. I was expecting more from it, and that's why I go in blind now when I read stories. Next one is pretty much a hype one that I got off of like Hype. And it's Shadow and Bone by Leah Bardugo. The next book that I got is a signed copy, and it's The Wedding Day by Jasmine Giori. It's The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. It's a YA book. The next book I got is Misery by Stephen King. I have no idea what Misery is about. All I know, it's about a crazy fan who like kidnaps an author of her favorite novels or something like that. Illicit Cages by Robin Rowe. It's a YA book. It's very heartbreaking but beautiful. So look at that, and look at the cover. I mean, she's cute or whatever. Six of Crows by Six of Crows by Leah Verdugo. This bitch is lengthy. So the next book is an art copy that was gifted to me by Eric Raglan. I did a whole review on this. It's called Nightmare Yearnings. It doesn't come out till September, so pre-order it now. It's a good book. There's some really good stories in here. It's like a collection of queer horror short stories. This book, I picked it up for Reese's Book Club. It's Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. It's pretty good. I saw the show. I liked it. First book, back in 2018. It's right here. It's Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. This is a YA book. Very YA, if you know what I mean, to the T. But it was pretty good. This is the book that started this whole journey. Like, as soon as I picked it up, checked it out, read it, enjoyed it. I finished this in 2 hours. And that's when I found out that I read fast. I guess thank you, Becky Albertalli. I don't like any of her other books. The next book is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. Obviously, the movie's really great. Check it out. The next book is, China Rich Girlfriends by Kevin Kwan. This is a sequel. This was a gift from my sister after we watched the movie because I said I liked it so much. I have not read it yet. Have not. So I gotta read them. The next book, I got it just off a whim. It's called We All Looked Up by Tommy Walsh. Next book, haven't read it, but I still have it. It's Rainbow Rowell by Carry On. It's a queer novel. I just picked them up because a lot of booktubers talk about them. That's pretty much it. I bought this at Target because I was gonna go to California for spring break. I have family over there, so I got it thinking, oh, I'm gonna read a book in the plane. I mean, I did read some of it. It's Before I Fall by Laura Oliver. And there's a movie adaptation for it. It's really good. It's really sad. I did finish it though. Next book, I lost like the cover for it, but it's The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. There's a movie adaptation for that one, which is why I got it. Never watched the movie or read the book. I've only been to Half Price Books twice. This video is my second time. And in the vlog, I mentioned that Half Price Books is 2 towns away from my town, and it's like a 20-minute drive. But I wanted to go because my friends, they recommended some books and I wanted to go get them. It's funny because I told them to make me a list, and when they found out that I got those books, they were surprised. Like, I told you guys to make me a list for a reason. So the first time that I went to have price books, I got this book right here. It's Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews. It was $5. Look at that. The next book is Red Sparrow by Jason Matthews. Bought this from Walmart. It was $7.48. Thinking that I was gonna read it because there's a movie. So I got this book after reading Turtles All the Way Down. So yes, it's a John Green book. It's An Abundance of Catherine's. Read this like 3 times, DNF'd it already 3 times. I'm gonna throw it away because I spent money. I read like 95% of it. I was super close. So I think I'm gonna restart it, but I don't know yet when. It's Stephen King's I got this when the first movie came out. I was super close to finishing it, but didn't finish it. Maza Booktuber has a book club about Stephen King books, so maybe when he picks it, I'll do it. Next 2 books were recommendations from my friends. The first book is Circuit the Freak, A Living Nightmares by Darren Shan. It's a vampire book. So I'm pretty sure Danny was the one who recommended this one. Next book is by Stephen King. It's the first installment in the Dark Tower series, The Gunslinger. First of all, I say Western and I say give it to me. I want to take it. This is for me. I'm gonna read it. I'm hoping Maza puts this in his book club so I can do that. But if he doesn't, it's okay. I can read it on maybe like the reading sprint we're gonna have, which is gonna be right there. Date right there. Date and time right there. Next book was actually a gift that I got today. It's by Scott Jones. It's called Stonefish. Look at that beautiful cover. Look at that. You guys a review for it? For this one and for Banished by Lou Yardley. I'm gonna read this real quick and then give you guys a review so you guys can check it out yourself. The next book, I'm recommending it to anybody who wants to be a writer. At one point in my life, I wanted to be a writer, but then I thought, wrong bitch. And it's The War of Art, Break Through the Blocks and Win Inner Creative Battles by Stephen Pressfield. I highly recommend this book if you're going through writer's block or anything like that. I bought this in 2017, read it during spring break. It's Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Very good. You guys know that I love the sequel. I don't have a sequel. I have it on my Kindle, so I don't have it physically. Next books that I have down here were all recommended by my friends. So the first book is Moon Called by Patricia Briggs, and it's part of the Mercy Thompson novels. I also got the sequel for it, which is Iron Kiss. I think David was the one who recommended these, so that's why I got them. Was Prince of Thorns, which is by Mark Lawrence. I know the boys were talking about like a special edition that's coming out. This is because Daniel and Maza, they have so Maza, remember, he has a book club called The Constant Reader, and they read a lot of Stephen King's books. So I got Christine. I know it's about like a car that comes to life. It's like Possessed. I'm not sure. Just looking by the cover, it was Daniel. It's Dead Until Dark by Charlene Harris. It's a vampire book. Just by the cover, you can tell. All right, and the last book, guys, it's Stephen King's Night Shift, which is part of Maza's book pick for this month, and I'm gonna read it. Super cool. So remember, if you love Stephen King, make sure to join Maza's book club. And if you're wondering, Bennett was right here the whole time. He was up there just chilling. Other than that, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I had so much fun. I didn't know how much fun this was gonna be. Hopefully you guys have a nice day. Your boy says peace.